Hi guys, so today I'm going to do a review of the NediMed Sinugator. It's a nasal flush system, and it is the same as the bottle that you put the distilled water in and then these little packets in. It's the same as that. Oops. This way. It's the same as that. It's just this one actually is motorized. If you can hear it. So what you do is you open up the bottom, and right here, if you can see, I don't know if you can see that, it goes 2, 4, 6, 8 ounces, or also counts it in milliliters on the other side. You fill this up to the 8-ounce line with distilled water, which you can get from pretty much any grocery store or pharmacy. This is just Rexall brand oxidized distilled water. This is just a local pharmacy where I live. And so you'll fill this up to the 8-ounce line, and then you either put in one of these or 2 of these. If you need it to be extra strength, you can put in 2, which is what I'm currently doing because I ran out of the extra strength formula when I was gone away. So I put in 2 of these, and now usually you just put it back together and use it, but I actually have to use one of these guys as well. It's a prescription. This is Palmacort. I don't know if you guys can read what that says, but I'll show you the box. It's typically used for asthma. If you can, I can get this to focus, which I don't think I'm going to be able to for some reason. Anyways, it says glucose cortisol for bronchial asthma. So usually you put these little guys into a mist machine, so anyone that has asthma would know what I'm talking about. That's how to treat it at home, but I actually add one of those into here. So then all I do is I just put this on top, screw it on, and then you just stick the nose piece in, and then you just go like this. It takes about 4 to 5 seconds for the whole thing to empty, and what they recommend is you just put this up one side one day, up the other side the next day, kind of rotate back and forth. It's not a big deal. But if you have issues with nosebleeds, which I do, what I've come up with, what I've figured out that works really well, is if I put it up one side, count to approximately 2 seconds, so 2 Mississippis, and then switch sides, and then do it to use both sides every time. It actually prevents my blood clots from releasing from my nose from past nosebleeds. So that's what works well for me. The other thing I really like about it is it comes in this little mesh bag. So yes, I dry it, but it doesn't have to be perfect. So I take, when I'm done, I just take the nose guard, I put it in here, then I take this whole thing, I drain this out to make sure there's no extra water, I put it in upside down into the mesh bag, and then I just sit it on my counter like this. So for me, this has been a godsend. I used to use the bottle that you squish on both sides. That is good for a lot of people. For me, it was not good because it put air into my sinuses, which gave me more pressure, because I've talked about in a few other videos that I have really bad sinuses. I have misformed sinuses. I have a severe deviated septum, and so I have a lot of problems with my sinuses and my nose. So putting air in there was not great. So I was getting the medication, the 2 of these and the 1 of this with the distilled water, but I was also getting a lot of air. So for me, this guy right here is well worth the money. This was only $12.99 where I live. I got it at Walmart. The bottles, which you have to replace every 3 months because it's just plastic, so it's hard to keep clean. Like, this is a hard plastic. The other nose piece is a little bit softer of a plastic, so you have to replace it every 3 months, and they're $10.99 where I live. This is well worth the money. You do eventually have to replace this piece here, which is what allows the water to come from the cup up into the machine. That's the same tubing that's used in the bottle one as well. So you eventually have to replace that. But the pharmacist at Walmart told me they don't stock it, but you can go to a lot of the pharmacies, I guess, and the company actually sells that little piece of plastic so that you can use the whole thing for quite a while. I would think it's all hard plastic. It's all very easily to wash. So for me, it was a great investment. If you want to give it a try and let me know how it goes, that would be great. If you like this if you like this video, give thumbs up, and be sure to leave a comment below if you've tried it or if you've tried other products from the same company, the NediMed. They also make the neti pot, which I never could use because I couldn't tilt my head the right way, so it was all running down my throat. But they make a lot of products. So if you use any of them successfully or even unsuccessfully, let me know in the comments below. And like I said, if you like it, give it a thumbs up, and feel free to subscribe. Thanks guys, have a great day. Bye bye.